we have what it takes to beat England and then Croatia, but it's going to be a tough ask. You understand? So the first point of call is to beat Panama and to beat them well. But to be sincere with you, I don't see us qualifying from the group stages because I don't think that we have the quality. I don't think
but you beat Panama. No,
we can beat Panama and still not qualify. You understand? You know, you have to juxtapose beating Panama to what is going to happen between England and then Croatia. So things, other results might have to go in your favor for you to be able to qualify. So that's why I'm saying that if we have to beat Panama, then we would have to beat Panama well. Do you understand? And you see, the problem is also that from the start of this tournament, or even prior to the selection of the players, the GFA president has indicated that it is not right that Ghana is going to beat Panama. So that is even an indictment on the GFA president that is not convinced that the team that is going to represent this country can beat Panama. So if the president of the Ghana Football Association is himself not convinced that we have to go and beat Panama, then I have a problem with the whole country going to the World Cup.
A few days to the commencement of the FIFA World Cup, and the Ghana Black Stars currently in Cardiff are training ahead of the World Cup. Now, they also played a friendly game against the Dragons of Wales in a game where the Black Stars took the lead, and then later on, late in the game, we saw Wales equalize through Luis Kumah. So Carlos Grosh, kick-started his Black Stars tenure with a draw against Wales. Now, there's been some sharply divided opinions with regards to how the Black Stars played in that game. Some are saying, it's a huge improvement as compared to what we saw under Coach Otuado. Some are saying already you can see the handprint, you can see the coach's style of play all over and all that. But today we'll be talking about the squad that was released by Carlos Gross himself. And, the 28-man provisional squad was just trimmed to 26. So the goalkeeper, Riverson of Ajax, was taken out, and then also Accra Hartwell, second goalkeeper, Solomon Agbasi, was also taken out. But Carlos Gross also gave a caveat. He also mentioned the fact that there's a 27th player who is not officially with the team, but will be training with the team. And that player would be there for any emergency. And that player is Solomon Agbasi. So as we speak, there are 27 players in the camp of the Black Stars, but then 26 eligible to play at the FIFA World Cup. Today we'll be scrutinizing the Black Star squad to see, which players were omitted, which players are going to be, the players the whole country will be looking up to. Is it going to be Semenyo in the absence of Mohamed Kudus? Are we going to look at Jordan Ayew and draw some sort of inspiration? Which players missed out? And you felt like, they should have made the team. So stay tuned. This is why we're here. My name is Joseph Kuku, and I have here with me, a critique. I have here with me an analyst, a critique, a man who is very, very opinionated and very, very vocal as well. Atigaba Olifos joins me over here, and I'll be taking his quick thought on the squad that was named. There's no Mo Kudus because he's injured. There's no Mohamed Salisu because he's injured. And then also Alexander Jiku, just days to the World Cup, also picked up an injury, and he was replaced in the squad by Derek Lucasen, who plays for Paphos in the Cyprus League. Welcome.
Thank you.
First, you've seen the squad.
Yeah.
Does it send, chills down your spine? Do you look at the team and you feel like, there's a team for the World Cup? Or you just feel, it's just an ordinary team?
Well, Josiah, before I delve into the squad itself, I would want to place on record that the squad that we are taking to the World Cup in the US is an indictment on the Ghana Premier League. Because let's be clear on one thing, because we have a professional league that is being run in this country, where we have the best player in the just ended league, we have the top goal scorer in the just ended Premier League, and none of them has a spot in this team. So that should just tell you that our league is in shambles, our league is shambolic. We have absolutely nothing to write home about, you understand? So it is also a larger indictment on the Ghana Football Association, led by Keto Krip, because they are not running our league well. And then coming to the Black Star squad, to me, naturally, I don't criticize coaches when they bring out their squad because we have given him a job to do. We have assigned him a job with KPIs to achieve. At the end of the day, these are the players that he has deemed fit to what? To bring out the best in the squad.
Yeah.
So on what basis then should I as a critic or should I as a pundit criticize him for selecting the players that he deems fit to do the job? So I normally do not tend to criticize, but one omission that really baffles me is that of Afriyie.
Felix
Afriyie.
You think he should have made a squad?
I think that he should have made a squad because if you look at the attackers that we've got currently, there's absolutely none of them who is at the level of Afriyie. Because remember, he has taken his team from the Division 2 of the Turkish league into the
top flight.
The top flight. Do you understand? And if you look at the attackers that we have gotten currently in the squad, none of them is putting in the numbers that Afriyie is putting in. So to me, that is the only thing that I will say. And the rest of the omissions are as a result of injuries and other stuff. But to me, I would not, on a normal basis, criticize the coach because he has been given KPIs to achieve. Until those KPIs have not been achieved, then I can critique the names that he's put out.
Now let's go to the list where you have 3 goalkeepers, and there's always going to be that debate, in that category where you have a local-based goalkeeper. The only local-based goalkeeper in the 26-man squad is Hartlepool goalkeeper Benjamin Asare, who was very consistent throughout our qualifying phase under Coach Otuado. Now there's Ati-Zigi also over there, and then also, Annan, Joseph Annan, who plays for St. Patrick's in the Irish top flight. Now, I want us to just look at that. We put the 3 goalkeepers, on an equal pedestal. Now, based on the quality of the league, performance throughout the season, consistency, who do you think should be our trusted number 1?
Our trusted number 1, that there's no doubt should be Benjamin Asare because if you look at the qualifiers, has he justified himself for being the number 1 goalkeeper? Yes, because he was fantastic throughout the qualifiers, even the Ghana Premier League. Even though I do not read the Ghana Premier League, but when called upon to represent the national team, he has gone there and then proved that it is not only he is the House of Hope number 1, but he's gone on to prove himself. And then also I would also say that Ati-Zigi is not that reliable, to be candid with you, because a goalkeeper who on a consistent basis concedes a lot of goals. You can be a very good goalkeeper, you understand, but if you are likely to be conceding goals, that takes away a lot of marks from your output. So I would say that on an average, to me, Benjamin Asare should continue to be the first choice goalkeeper, because remember that under Otuado, Benjamin was the number 1 goalkeeper. The possibility that is going to change, I really don't know how high is that is going to be. But with a new technical setup, they have their own understanding and appreciation of whom their first choice should be. And also don't forget that Benjamin Asare is very comfortable with his feet. You understand? Not probably one of the best when it comes to the feet, but as a goalkeeper, the most important thing is for you to be a shot stopper first and foremost, and then probably be comfortable with your feet. And that is what he does. But as a shot stopper, I think among the 3 goalkeepers, to me, he is the most reliable.
Interesting. Now we take the team. Let's also take the team. Look at the quality we have in the team, especially in attack where we wouldn't be with Mokurus, and it's such a big blow with Ghanaians will have to accept. But you're looking at the sort of season a player like Semenyo has had for both Bournemouth and Manchester City. You have a player like Jordan Ayew, who got relegated to the League One with Leicester City. He plays there with Abdul Fattah Isahaku, the likes of Prince Edu Kwabena. See, first, who are we looking at? Because during the 2022 World Cup, we saw Bukari score, Jordan, Dede score, Jordan. We saw a couple of all these players score the goals. Everyone was trying to play their part. But at this point, you need a leader in this team. Someone with charisma, someone with the quality to face the big guns. Who are we looking at?
Well, it is strife that it should have been Semenyo and then Kudus, in the attacking department, and then what's the name? Alessandra Partey when it comes to how to shore up our midfield. But you see, we don't have to lose sight of the fact that Partey has regressed a bit.
You think he's regressed?
He's regressed a bit, because you look at his age, you look at the issues that are surrounding him. But as a professional, I don't think that the issue should weigh on him that much because he's a professional, And then, but you look at the season that he's just had at Villarreal, and he's not been consistent in the team. He's not been given that time. You understand? Compared to when he was at Arsenal. So I would say that it is the focus is going to be on Semenyo and then Alassane Partey, and also probably some bit of magic from Abdul Fattah, because he's had an incredible season with Leicester City, even though he was not able to save the team from relegation. But apart from that, I don't think that we've got quality in the team. And I want to place on record that this is the weakest team Ghana is sending to the World Cup since we qualified first from 2006. Oh no, you see. You can juxtapose this squad to every single squad that has been to the World Cup since 2006. You understand? Player to player, quality wise. You understand? So at the end of the day, we can list every single one of them, from the goalkeeping department to the spine of the team. Let's not even mention the totality of the team. Let's even check the spine of the team: the goalkeeping department, the central defense, the center of midfield, and then the attacking department. There's no player in this team that you are going to compare to Asamoah Gyan. You understand? There's no player in this team that you are going to compare to Michael Essien, to Sule Muntari, to Steve Napier, right? There's no keeper in this team that you are going to compare to Olele Kingston. Are you going to compare the defenders that we have currently to either Eric Adu or John Mensah? That is the 2006 squad. Then we come to the 2010 squad that nearly went to the semis. Are you going to compare this squad to that? So we have a drop in quality, but one thing that I would say would negate the drop in quality is the fact that if we have telepathy, if we have understanding, if the coach is able to let them understand and appreciate the fact that we collectively can do it, not individually, because when it comes to individual brilliance, we are going to fall short. But if collectively they can come together and then have an ambition, then I think that we can do something.
Wow. Now let's look at our game against Panama. It's a game that all Ghanaians are hoping for the best, because everyone thinks that once we get a win against Panama, then your chances of qualifying to the round of 32, it's quite huge. Now we have a coach who has only managed this team once in a friendly game. There's a talk of maybe another friendly game before the World Cup, at least to help him, try and see how he can map up that strategy with the materials he has. Now, we'll look at Panama. Panama lost in the friendly game against Brazil by 6-2. I think there could be lessons from there. But what are you expecting the coach to do in our game against Panama?
One thing I've realized from the coach's tactical perspective is the fact that he went with a 3-back against Wales. You understand? And I'm not really sure whether we have players that are really comfortable in that system, because if you go with a 3-4-3 system, that means that you should have natural wing backs that are going to support you defensively and attacking wise. And in this our current squad, I really do not think that we've got the wing backs that will fit into the 3-back system. I'm not sure that we've got the central defenders that are going to be that highly ranked for them to be comfortable in the system. Remember, before a coach chooses a selection and a tactical information, he must have seen the players and how comfortable they are in the system. And because that is the first match that we played, I might say that he probably rehearsed with that, and then going into the World Cup proper, there are going to be training sections where he could tactically switch things up. But at the end of the day, I don't think that the 3-back system is what he's going to use. But even if that were to be the case, then I think that the players will have to reorient themselves, even though majority of them have tasted that under Otu Addo. Because remember, under Otu Addo, we had practically played some of the big matches with a 3-back system, even though it did not go our way because the players were not really comfortable with the system, and also because we did not have the players then, and also I would also say that the players would have to adapt, because this is just a one-off. You understand? This is a month's tournament, and no matter how the system is, you would have to adapt. That's why you're a professional and in big boss at the highest level.
Right, so it's still the countdown to the World Cup. We're still building up gradually, to the World Cup. But before we wrap up, what do you expect from this coach? What's the level we should attain? What should be the objective that if we are able to achieve that, we feel like it's been success. Winning the World Cup or thinking about winning the World Cup could be far-fetched, which I wouldn't want us to go there. But what are you expecting from this coach?
I have a problem with the whole structure even from the GFA. You understand? Because to be candid with you, as we speak right now, nobody knows the KPIs that have been given to this coach. You understand? So we don't know whether it is to go to the round of 16.
Go and do well. Which is not well defined.
So which is not defined. You understand? Because as a nation, we should go out there with a well thought out plan. You understand? I mean, are we going to the quarters? Are we going to the round of 16? Are we going to the semis? Where is the well? You know, so that is even the first indictment on this management. You understand? So if we go out there and we are not able to beat Panama, which I think that we should be able to beat Panama, if we are not able to beat Panama, then it means that we are out of the tournament, because England is going to be a tough nut to crack. I'm not saying that we cannot beat England. We have what it takes to beat England and then Croatia, but it's going to be a tough ask. You understand? So the first point of call is to beat Panama and to beat them well. But to be sincere with you, I don't see us qualifying from the group stages, because I don't think that we have the quality. I don't think that
you beat Panama.
No, we can beat Panama and still not qualify. Do you understand? You know, you have to juxtapose beating Panama to what is going to happen between England and then Croatia. So things, other results might have to go in your favor for you to be able to qualify. So that's why I'm saying that if we have to beat Panama, then we will have to beat Panama well. Do you understand? And you see, the problem is also that from the start of this tournament, or even prior to the selection of the players, the GFA president has indicated that it is not right that Ghana is going to beat Panama. So that is even an indictment on the GFA president, that is not convinced that the team that is going to represent this country can beat Panama. So if the president of the Ghana Football Association is himself not convinced that we have to go and beat Panama, then I have a problem with the whole country going to the World Cup.
Interesting. But what will your prediction be? Ghana, Panama?
To be sincere with you, if I have to predict, then I would say Ghana should beat Panama by 3-1.
I don't know what you're thinking, but 3-1 says the game. See, as just the next couple of days, Ghana against Panama. That game will be played at the BMO Field all the way in Toronto, Canada. And Ghanaians are hopeful. Ghanaians are quite hopeful that the best will happen. At least we beat Panama. You set the tone for your subsequent games against Croatia and then also England. Force, I said a lot, but then let's also hear from you in the comment section. This is the Our Media channel, and it's Everything World Cup right here with me, Josiah.